Are you out of fresh ideas on how to prank your friends? Find new cool ideas in this humorous video. I'm going to have lunch outdoors. What can be more delicious than a juicy burger? I open the wrapper. The first bite is the sweetest. Oops, it's actually sweet. Is it a cake? Cut a sponge cake to shape a cylinder. Trim the top to make it look like a bun. Cut it so that you get 3 layers. Divide white sugar paste into 4 parts. Color the biggest part with food coloring to get the color of a bun. Mix yellow, red, and brown. Color the smaller parts in green, yellow, and red. Roll out the big piece of sugar paste. Sprinkle it with starch from time to time. Put the sponge layers and cut the sugar paste, making an inch allowance around the edge. Wrap up the sponge details. Cut semicircle tomato slices out of the red sugar paste. Make cheese triangles out of the yellow mass. Cut the green paste into strips with uneven edges. Form wavy edges of a lettuce leaf using a straw. Now assemble the burger. Dampen the sugar paste on the bottom layer with water. Attach the strips of lettuce. Put tomatoes and cheese on the top. Spread some condensed milk over the center of the layer. Attach the middle sponge detail. Cover it with condensed milk. Make the top of the bun in the same way as the bottom one. Cover the burger with the top. Spread some edible glue or gelatin and water mixture over the top of the burger and sprinkle it with sesame seeds. A sugar paste burger is not what I'd like to have for lunch. Farewell to my dreams about meat and cheese. I think that Redhead's phone is more important to her than her friends. Once I tell her something, her device distracts her. I can't stand it anymore. It's time to teach her a lesson. She shouldn't have left her phone unattended. Cut out a knife using a template from a book board. Make a slanting cut across the middle of the blade. Wrap it with a few layers of foil. Cut off the excess. Hot glue the edges. Wrap a part of the blade on the handle with foil and fasten in the same way. Make a knife handle from soft clay. Wrap up the cardboard with it. Attach a thin strip of double-sided tape to the cross-cut of the blade. Tape it to the center of the screen. Attach the second part of the knife to the back of the phone. Activate a broken screen app. But it's a fake knife. She tears it off her phone and resumes her interrupted conversation. Curly Sue falls asleep while reading. Excellent! She sleeps tight while studying, so my prank won't wake her up. I'm tying Curly Sue to the armchair with plastic wrap. The more I will wrap her, the harder it will be for my friend to get out of it. Curly Sue wakes up being trapped by the plastic wrap. There must have been some kind of a big plastic spider, and she's gotten caught in its web. She feels like a little fly trapped by a big spider. It's time to get her out of it. Curly Sue tears up the ties. At last, she is free. Blondie feels like a queen of the kitchen and an empress of cooking. She sits and waits when someone hands her over what she needs. Spices, a knife, a board, and cinnamon, and a whisk, and a spoon. And Curly Sue is not paid for being a kitchen servant. It's time to teach a lesson to my lazy friend. Curly Sue has a little guest to this Master Chef show. She hides a rubber spider in a paper towel roll. My friend will need it for sure. Blondie takes the roll. Ah! What is this beast doing here? There's nothing of the kind in my recipe. Go away, little monster. Blondie is studying really hard. She has to take a very important test tomorrow, and she needs to finish her work as fast as possible. She shouldn't have been distracted at such an inopportune moment, but I just can't help losing such a brilliant opportunity to prank her. Print out a system error window and attach it right to the laptop screen. Blondie comes back to her laptop. Oh no! My work! How can I pass the test now? It's not fair. Well, it seems everything is not as awful as I supposed. The error comes off the screen easily. Thank God! My work is safe and sound, and Curly Sue will not get away with it. Blondie is sneaking to her stash with her spy walk. She takes out a sweet candy. But how is she doing it? I look into the fridge and see no candies. Blondie's creeping to her stash again. I start snooping on her. Where does she take sweets from? There is nothing that looks like candies in the fridge. No, everything is way simpler. Cut a bag of frozen vegetables along the seam. Take them out and put in colored jelly candies. Hot glue the cut. Blondie has a safe stash in a bag of frozen vegetables. No one will ever suspect that these are jelly candies instead of veggies. Just don't mix things up and don't stew meat with candies. Blondie is very serious about everything she starts. Once she takes up DIY, be sure that the entire tabletop will be flooded with pieces of colored paper, paint tubes, and spots and brushes. It looks like a handsome bomb has exploded on her side of the desk. Curly Sue's part is a whole different story. Her side of the table is always spick and span. She is obviously not thrilled to have such a messy neighbor. That's why Blondie is going to prank her. Cover the tabletop with parchment paper. Place an empty acrylic paint tube. Cover the paper under the neck of the tube with fatty cream. And squeeze out hot glue as if it pours out straight from the tube onto the table. Paint the hardened hot glue in the same color as the paint in the tube. Take the glue off the paper when the paint dries. Blondie puts the paint onto her friend's table. How will this clean freak react? Curly Sue is shocked. How can she deal with this paint spill? It doesn't fit into her neat picture of the world. Calm down, you perfectionist. This paint is not real. It's just a prank. Sometimes I feel like leaving everything behind and just syncing my phone. This is what the blue-eyed girl has done. But how? Print a picture of a phone and cover it with clear tape. Take a clear phone case, which is a bit bigger than the paper screen. Close all the holes in it. Grate a clear soap base and melt it in a microwave. Pour a bit of hot soap into the phone case. Put the paper phone picture onto it with the picture down. Add food coloring to the grated soap base. Melt it in a microwave and pour the colored liquid soap into the phone case to fill it up to the top. Take the hardened soap out of the phone case and smooth out the edges. Redhead sees the phone in water. Hurry up! It's sinking! Rescue it! But the device turns out to be soap. Nothing will happen to this phone in water. It will just lather better. And you can send soapy messages. Redhead needs a charger, but I've got something better, a beautiful snake. Take a USB cable and a toy snake slime. Glue the cable to the bottom of the snake, leaving the plugs free. Redhead is terrified of snakes, so she tosses it away. Yuck! Ghastly! But this disgusting slime sticks to the ceiling. Now I will have to jump up for taking the cable back. The blue-eyed girl performs a few acrobatic somersaults. She is ready to get her friend either the moon on a stick or the cable in a snake. Do you always have a clean handkerchief? Anything might happen, like it did in our prank. Mix gelatin with sugar. Pour in hot water. See the instructions of how to make the jelly on the gelatin package. Add green food coloring. Stir well. If it's not enough, add more. Add a bit of white coloring to get a natural shade. When the jelly cools a little, pour it on a thick handkerchief. Ugh, ghastly! Unfold the fabric. Put it in the fridge to cool better. Now wait for the right moment. Achoo! Bless you! It's time! Offer your friend a handkerchief. She takes it and tries to unfold. Oh, poor girl! I wish you could see her face at the moment. I think my reaction would be the same. Actually, the jelly is sweet and edible, but no one would want to eat the stuff. Subscribe, hit the like button, and click the bell. Watch new videos together with your friends.